Hi, I'm Vince, and in this sponsored video, I want to give you my honest review for this Dovo 4D laser. I'm going to unbox it here. Stick around for a few minutes because in a couple of minutes, I'm going to answer some of the most commonly asked questions about this laser. But I'm going to show you the laser first, what it comes with. Then after I answer the questions, I'll show you it in use so you get an idea of that too. But stick around for a minute. So this is a beautifully designed laser. Like I said, it's 4D. It's accurate within, self-leveling within about 3 degrees, plus or minus 3 degrees. It's accurate just with its lines over 30 feet at about 2 millimeters. And that's been tested, and that is very accurate. But let me show you what you get. Everything comes in a nice bag, like this bag is with the carrying handle. This is for the tripod, and the tripod is fantastic. It's not a cheap, flimsy tripod, so it's well built. And I'll show you what I like about it. First of all, it obviously comes out like a tripod, and you've got a little mechanism here that you turn, and it's locked now, so it won't collapse. It's got adjustable pads down here. These are rubber pads, so it doesn't move around, and you see they can tilt. They can be on angles for different surfaces. So that allows you to get this level. You're going to know it's level because right up here is your little circle dot level. So you're going to be able to get it dialed in just right so you know it's centered in. The head also has a level on it right there. So you can know that you're level this way. These will open up, these feet will open up. There's 3 different clickers. Or clips, I should say. 3 different clips. And it can open up to 4 feet tall. From the ground to right here at the base is 4 feet. But once you put this tripod on, this right here will extend another foot into the air. So you technically can get up to 5 feet with the tripod. I'm going to close this down for a second just to show you. But these are all sturdy, it's well built, the construction is solid. So you just take this little cap off, and then you can screw your head on, just like that. And now that's locked into place. And you can take this, which is the plate that goes on the actual laser level. You can just slide this off. Then you can attach it to the laser level, and then just when you're ready, just slide it back on. That's perfect. There's a little locking button here that lets you lift this up, so this can be, your laser can be vertical or horizontal, so I like that too. You got your arm here for adjusting this way. So again, it's got all that motion. This knob here, if you loosen it, it'll let you rotate the head. And if you tighten it, the head rotation is locked in. And as I said, you've got a little nut right here. You loosen this, and now you can dial this up, and this extends another foot. And then you just tighten this, and it locks it in place. So lots of features here to this, which I really, really like. And like I said, it's solid, it's heavy, it's well built. So this is good material. That's the tripod. Now let me show you what you get in the case. This is what you're really looking for right here. This is a solid, heavy-duty case, well built. And look at all that comes with it. First of all, you get the laser level itself, which can just be set on the ground like that. So if you want it, if you're doing something, floor work, tile work, you can just set it on the ground like that. But that's the laser level. We'll put that back in here for a second until it's time to use it. It comes with 2 batteries. So they're 7.4 batteries. And they'll last, depending on whether you're using 1 laser, 2 horizontal, 2 vertical, all 4. It'll last anywhere from 8 hours to 15 hours. It comes with a charging block, the charging cable for the 2 batteries, the charging dock for the batteries, And it comes with a remote control, so you can do your horizontal, vertical, or pulse right from here. So that's great. You don't have to actually be messing with and pressing buttons on the laser, because that always, even when a laser is really stable and locked in with a great tripod, just pushing buttons on it, you just feel like, am I moving it just a little bit? It can all be done with remote control. It has this really cool scissor lift for very fine, like you can set this, let's say you wanted this on a shelf. You can put this on here, this laser like this, and this lets you do very minute adjustments. It's just a little scissor lift. So kind of cool. So for really fine adjustments, you can just dial this up. That is just so, so cool. Like I said, very fine. You can get it just exactly how you want it by dialing this up. This company has really thought of everything. They're just giving you everything that you could want in a very affordable laser. Really affordable for all that you get here. You get the instruction manual. That's in a bunch of different languages. You also get this, which allows you to mount the laser level right here. This lets you move it up and down like that. And this allows you to mount this in a number of different places. For instance, you've got these screws back here, and you can unscrew these. And so you could clamp this down onto a piece of wood or a shelf, and it will hold it in place. You can also open this, and you can bolt it on or screw it on to a wall and hook it on. This is magnetized, and I'm going to show you in my garage. You can clamp it onto a surface that's magnetized, and it's very strong magnets and such a tripod there. So they've really given you everything that you could possibly need. I mean, they're so well thought of, so well designed. I mean, I couldn't be happier with all that you get with this. Again, it's great bang for your buck. So here's the case. We got the tripod. Now, let me just, before I demonstrate it, let me answer some of the most commonly asked questions about this particular laser. Some of the things people ask are, well, what kind of areas does it cover? Well, let me answer that for you. Just looking at some of the specs, it has a working range indoors about 300 lux for lights. It'll shine about 66 feet. So it'll cover 66-foot area, which is a pretty good size space. Outdoors, if you have the receiver, which is sold separately, it can go to about 200 feet, just short of 200 feet. Now, I will say when you're using it outside, it is hard to see. From like 30 feet away, even on a cloudy day, it's hard to see the line. Although there is a thing that adjusts the brightness, but it's still a little bit hard to see. But you can use this for ceiling work, for floor tiling. You can use it for wall alignment, general construction. It's going to do a great job for all of that for you. Another common question that people have about this particular laser is it accurate for tile installation? And the answer is absolutely, it's accurate for tile installation. In fact, I showed you that you can set it right on the floor, and you can have that bottom laser sit right close to the floor. It's specifically designed actually for use with tile floors. And again, it has an accuracy of within 2 millimeters at 30 feet. That's outstanding. At this level, that's some of the highest precision you're going to get at this price point. You can have 2 vertical lines that provide 360-degree reference planes when you're doing tile floor self-leveling mode. That'll get you within about 3 degrees of perfect. And you have a manual mode too that can let you adjust it and tip it if you needed to. So yes, it will absolutely work for tile work. I've already answered the question, does it work outdoors? It does, but the line's a little bit harder to see. And how long does the battery last? That's another common question. Now, you get 2 batteries with it. So again, if you're just using it in its regular mode, 4 laser lines, you can get about 25 hours of life out of this. 8 laser lines is 14, 12 laser lines is 9, 16 laser lines, which is all of them on at once, it'll still last about 8 hours. But here's something cool. You get 2 batteries, so basically you're doubling all of that time. Plus, when you put a battery in, you can plug the USB charger into the actual laser head, and it will charge the battery as you're using it. So technically it's plugged in. So if you have it plugged in, the hours is unlimited. You can use it for as long as you need to use it when it's plugged in. So that answers some of the commonly asked questions that people have about this. Now, let me pause the video and I'm gonna take this laser, put it in some different situations and let you see how you can use it. So here I am in my living room. I've got the tripod set up. It has a couple of ways to turn it on. This button right here, when you turn it on with that, it automatically comes on and it's in self-leveling mode. And there's a little kind of gyroscope down there that self-levels it. But you can also go up here, and if you turn it on from this button up here, right there, hold that down for 2 seconds, it goes into manual mode, which allows you to adjust the laser so that you can do angles with it. And I'll show you that in a minute, but let's just turn it on with self-leveling mode. Just turns on like that. And there you can see it. That laser is going all the way 360 degrees around. It's going to cross my TV, which probably isn't good. Find out, but it goes all the way around. Now, you might think to yourself, this is a tool that's probably for construction people, but that's just not the case. What's beautiful about this is everyday users that are just DIY people doing your own projects or just decorating. My wife, as you can see, she loves to hang things. We have things hung all over the place. And I have had to hang all of those things. And oftentimes she'll tell me, I don't think that's level. And I did use a level to try to hang those things. So we're going to be able to see now how level some of my stuff is. Like that mirror, she always tells me, well, the mirror's off a little bit. Well, let's look. It looks pretty darn close, I would say, wouldn't you? That's with the laser on it. It is probably off maybe 1/8 of an inch. So she's probably technically right, but I think that's good enough. Now, what's cool about this is you can use this little crank right here. You kind of loosen this button a little bit. Oops, that wasn't good. But that dropped it down. But you can use this crank if you want, and you can slowly raise this up. And it's bouncing a lot right now because it is in manual adjust mode. Or auto adjust mode, I mean. So it's got that gyroscope. But once I put it in a spot and I keep it there, all I have to do is tighten the knob. If I can do that with one hand. And once the knob's tightened, it'll level out like that. Now it does come with a remote control, which is right here. And this is a great feature because when you get something level like this, if you have to come up here and press the buttons, it'll stay level, but you always worry pressing a button, did I just move it a little bit? Well, you don't have to worry about that with a remote control. You can do horizontal, vertical, you can increase the brightness, and you can do the pulse, which is for outdoor use. But let's just go horizontal here. That moves it up. So it starts in the lower horizontal, then it'll move it up. If we do it again, now you get 2 horizontal lines, which can be great for like if you're doing cabinets. It can mark the bottom of the top cabinets and the top of the bottom cabinets. Or if you want to put something in between, it can mark what's in between perfectly. If you hit horizontal again, one more time, it turns it off. So now you've got nothing. Now we also have vertical, so we can hit the vertical line. And the vertical line can do that. So now you've got a vertical line going across your ceiling and all the way into the other room. If I hit vertical again, it moves the line to the other axis. So now it's there, going all the way across the ceiling. So I've changed the axis of the vertical line. If I hit vertical again, it now does both. I've got a line going that way and a line going that way, and there's the crosshair section. So I can actually put the crosshair where I want it. And I can adjust this down to put the crosshair anywhere I want, and that's kind of cool. So that's what hitting the vertical again does, and then if I hit it again, it's off. Now everything on the laser is off, and you can use them combined. So we can go horizontal with a vertical, and now look at that, we've got our crosshair right there. So I think even vertically, I'm pretty good with that mirror. So I don't know what my wife's talking about. I think it's pretty good. So you can do all kind of different configurations just by pressing the different buttons Now I've got 2 vertical lines up here, and I've got that crosshair there. I can hit the horizontal again, move the horizontal line up, do 2 horizontal lines. I mean, this has got tremendous flexibility to it. And I'm just going to show you something that's kind of cool, because this is in, right now it's been in autofocus mode. So let me put a horizontal line on. So it's an autofocus. Now if I come over and I loosen this lever and I tilt it, that is more than the autofocus can adjust for. So it screams at me and it flashes and says, that's not level. I can't adjust that amount. So I can just bring it back, dial it in, and it'll get itself level. But what if I want an angle? What if I'm working maybe on a staircase and I want to put a stair railing on? What do I do then? Well, we don't use this button. That's the manual button. That's the auto adjust button. We come up here and we press this button for 3 seconds. Now it's in manual mode. So now I can take this and I can adjust it. So if I had a staircase and I wanted to get the rail lined up, or I wanted pictures at an angle, I can just dial this in, and now it doesn't scream at me. It lets me put it on whatever angle I want. So in my mind, this company has thought of absolutely everything. Dovo has thought of absolutely everything. This works fantastic. There's a little button here that will even let you move this up so you can adjust the line. I mean, that's just really cool. And I'm going to take just a second and show you using a couple of the other little gadgets they give with it. So here we are. I've just got it in my kitchen. And I said you can set it flat, like it could even be on the floor for tile work. You can just set it flat and you can see it gives me a nice line across. I can use the remote control to double the line, get rid of the lines, put a low line, a higher line. I can use the vertical to get me a crosshair right there. So I mean, just so simple to do. Now let's take a look at this little gadget right here, this little scissor lift. What we can do with that is we can just place it here. We're going to place that on top. I'm going to get rid of that vertical line for a second because it's shooting into my face. And you can just spin this, and it's lifting that line just a tiny little bit by whatever amount I turn this. So you can kind of see how the scissor lift works. And we just keep turning it. And you can put that line up however you want. So that is the scissor lift. So I wanted to show you, I said this is metallic. It can go onto a cabinet here, it can be attached to the wall, but it's metallic. And it's strong. Look at it shaking the whole cabinet. It's going to hold on there, and then you can adjust the height of this up and down with this. So this unscrews this little nut there, and that'll let you just wheel this up or down. And then when you have it where you want it, you just tighten that little screw up again and it won't go down. So let me just get the laser and get it on there. So here's the laser. It's now hooked on. That's on the metal cabinet. You can see it's putting that horizontal line all the way around. I can hit this horizontal button again and get the line to raise. I can get a double line. Obviously I can do a vertical line, and now you'll see I have a vertical line going up. I can do vertically the other way, and now I have a vertical line going across my ceiling. I can hit vertical again, and I can get the crosshair right there. I can also get crosshairs obviously on my horizontal lines if I want them. It's showing right over there. You just can't really see it because it's hitting that. But that little mount is absolutely fantastic because, like I said, you can connect it to a shelf, you can nail it to the wall, you can hang it on a wall, you can hang it to something metal. Again, I've said this several times, this Dovo has thought of everything with this. So to wrap things up, I know this was a longer video, but I just wanted to show you so many of the features that it has, all that you can do with it. And I wanted you to see that anyone can use this. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be in construction. This is for you. at your house when you're hanging clocks and mirrors and pictures and anything else. If you're doing projects, hanging drywall, putting up studs, do-it-yourself projects, this is for you. And this particular laser level, you've got so many features on this that usually come with much, much more expensive laser levels. It has a 2-year warranty, 5-year warranty for it being accurate. I mean, the bang for your buck here is tremendous. So if you're watching this video, you're obviously interested in something like this, you're in the market for it, this must have caught your eye, you have got to get this. Just think how excited you'll be when this shows up at your house and you can get this new toy out and you can start using it. I mean, I had fun just checking the stuff that my wife said wasn't level. So I had a good time just doing that. This is going to be fantastic when I actually start doing some more. We've got a TV that I've got to hang and mount, so it's going to be great for that. So why don't you do this? Go ahead, put it in your cart. At least give it a try. Get it to your house, set it up, use it. See how easy and useful it is. If you do that, I'm confident you're going to love this as much as I do.